All right, earlier today on my forum, I wrote about the darkness of light maps and varying ways to brighten up the entire scene. In lieu of that, I made these variables right here in a config file that allow me to adjust the various parts of the scene. So I can adjust textures that are not liquid. I can adjust textures that are liquid. That would be including sky. Also, the textures that are not liquid do not include clip brushes, skip brushes, triggers, or liquid. Only textures that get light maps. The brightness of the light map itself, and then the min light for the light map itself. Now, that's all great. I can take and just make a JSON that has the same name as the map, zip it up with the map, and then all these values will get used in making everything better. Unfortunately, if I had to sit here and type in different values and keep testing it until I got the values that I liked, that would take forever. That way sucks. So we create a better way. That brings me to this. As you see right here, all these values are 111 except for minlight is 16. 111 is the same as saying no change at all. So that's what we're going to do, because what I did was I made keys that can help us visualize these numbers. Let's start by brightening up the map. Now you got to understand, my computer sucks. This computer's a piece of shit. And there's like 160 textures in this map, and all of this is getting redone. As soon as I click a button, every texture gets redone from jump. It's not taking the existing texture and changing it, because if we did that, then we'll lose data, and then when we go back, that data will be lost forever, So it's starting fresh every time. So I want to crank this way up though. Let's just make it really bright. I like that. That's a good brightness. So then let's say these, actually let's go up here. So the min light here, let's raise it up by 2. Or not. Let's raise it up. Oh, that jumped a lot. But then it's not jumping a lot anymore. I have an error somewhere. Somewhere I'm not assigning this number at the right point. So anyway, I want that to be around that dark. And then the light maps themselves, I don't know, they look fine to me, but just so you can see, if we hit this button, we can brighten them up, and if we hit this button, we can make them dark again. I actually like it right there. And then for liquid, we can raise the liquid up. I don't know, that I probably wouldn't go any brighter than that, because if we go up here to this liquid, it might be blown out. Well, it definitely looks hot. I'm going to bring it down 2 steps. There we go. Everything's being moved by 0.1, except for minlight is being moved by 4. So, I don't know, that's a nice little shade up in there. Got decent light maps. I mean, the overall textures in the map, I feel, could even be brighter. I mean, maybe it's my monitor. Yeah, that didn't make any difference at all to me. It's still like grayish, and it can't all be blamed on the distance fog, because it's still got that washed out look. I say make the light maps, I'm sorry, I went the wrong way. Make the light maps 1 shade darker. 1 shade. What did that do over here though in our little cubby hole of darkness? That's still reasonably dark. Let's look at the whole map from afar. I mean, it's not a perfect world, but actually I have it to where you can add a filter here and do whatever you want with that filter. If you know how to work with color matrix filters, you could totally I mean, you can make the whole map red if that would make you happy. You could jack up any color you want, flip colors. That's beyond the scope of this. So anyway, let's see where we're at here. We got 4, 3.2, 1, and 1.4. I'm gonna have to guess that the 4 is the minlight because I forgot to put labels on this stuff. 4 is the minlight. 3.2 is probably the bright. I'm gonna say that 1 is the light map bright, and 1.4 is probably the liquid bright. Actually, there's a really easy way to find this out. I could just go right here and see what order I put these in. Minlight, bright, light map, liquid. Minlight, bright, light map, liquid. And there you go, I got it right. So anyway, so now that's saved. So we can close this down, and then I'll copy this, and we'll go to the actual bin folder for that build, which is my Windows build. Go in the data folder, paste it over this, replace that, but it has to actually go into this zip. So just drag it into the zip. Yep. Close that out, and if all went well, it should just start up with those values now. We'll find out about right now. That was a lot faster than it's been working recently. And there you go. That's all our values applied. Let's see the nice little darkness over there. Good color there. This can happen for any map. You just make a JSON file named after the map, zip it with the map. Actually, everything that's zipped with the map will load with the map. Like for instance, it's obvious I have colored lights here. We go into start.zip, and you see I have start lit, start BSP, and start JSON, and the zip itself is named start. As long as you keep all the names the same, and we use all those assets. Excuse me. However, I do have it set up to where you can add a skybox, and that doesn't have to be named start. As a matter of fact, it has to be named whatever the most predominant name of the skybox is. So the name without the left, right, top, bottom, all that name. And it can derive the rest from there, but I don't have that plugged in at the moment because I've been playing with this all day to some degree. So anyway, that's it. You can totally recontrast, brightness, minlight, the whole 9 yards. Make the map look however makes you happy. Copy those values over, restart it, and then the entire map will look like that. And I mean, if you find good values, chances are that they'll probably work in other Quake maps, and you could just copy those values over and only make little small changes. And that's that. Y'all have a good night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are.